can't seem to focus on one thing or the other. See, like one thing I read the other day is there's a huge issue and confliction within the people in the church because a lot of us focus on the aspect of our spiritual side, our spiritual health, or our spiritual life, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard that? Like, I need to focus on my spiritual life.
Yeah.
Have you heard that? But when I read the book, I kind of, made me think a little bit, because he said it's kind of funny how people say my spiritual life or my spiritual side of life, when in reality it should just be life and like,
your life.
That's it. Yeah. So God should just be in your life, and there shouldn't be a spiritual side. It should just be your life.
Yeah.
It's like I said, God came to redeem your life. It didn't say God came to redeem your spiritual life. No, it says God came to redeem your life. And I feel like I said, a lot of the times we forget, because all we think about, okay, we have our personal and then we have our spiritual. Mm-hmm. But in reality, we can't have one or the other. It has to be a one thing.
Yeah. Monday, I'm a Christian. Tuesday, I'm something else.
Exactly. Yeah. So you got to have a mindset of, with what I'm doing, how is that worshiping God, right? Okay, I'm cleaning up the grass, or I'm cleaning up the streets or the park. Well, I'm helping take care of, the world, right? Yeah. Or how a mechanic, right? Helping build a car or work on a car. How is that worshiping God? Well, I'm helping my neighbor, right? I'm using my skills and the talents and gifts that God gave me to be able to help people get to work. People get to where they need to the best of my ability, because we're not always going to be able to fix everything, but
we try.
But we do try, right? Or people that are chefs, right? How do they, exactly, how do they participate? Well, and worship God through their craft. Well, the food that they make, experience the things that God has given us in terms of, the animals, the plants, the vegetables, and all these materials to, craft those certain dishes. So I feel like we got to look into the aspect of how can we apply God in our life, not just a spiritual side. That spiritual side should just be life. It should just be just a one thing. It shouldn't be a two-sided thing. My personal life and my spiritual side, that's going to conflict you throughout your faith. You gotta have it into one, or else you're going to have a hard time with confliction in the church. So, yeah, great question there.